Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Heather, I'm the Bent Yogi. Welcome to day 19 of our January challenge. I'm glad you're here with me. I'm glad you're showing up for yourself today for this challenge. We're going to get started today in child's pose. So come onto your mat and join me. Coming into your child's pose. You can take your knees wide with your hands forward. Maybe you work with your knees together and your arms, hands alongside. Let your head land on your mat, maybe a block, even on your hands. And allow yourself to land here in your body. This breath, your practice. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. As you breathe here, you can feel for letting your hips soften towards your heels a bit. If you want to, roll your head side to side. Sometimes that's nice, helps to loosen up your neck. Also brings a little bit of attention to your forehead, your third eye center. Center for intuition. Trust in yourself. Intuition is just about trusting yourself. Your decision, your choice to be here and meet the challenge of showing up for yourself. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Once more, a big inhale. And a big exhale. And from here, come on up to your tabletop, hands and knees. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. We'll move through a couple of cat-cows on your inhale. Lift your gaze, your chest, your tailbone. And as you exhale, round your spine. Lift out of your shoulders. Tuck your chin into your chest. A big breath in. Belly drops. Heart comes forward. You can lift your gaze. As you exhale, empty out, round your spine. So moving through a couple of these, you can add in any additional movement that you like. Take your time. You don't have to rush. And then coming back to your neutral spine, make your way into your downward facing dog. It is a challenge. This is our last week. You don't have to rush through the practice or through the challenge. If you miss a day, you can make it up. This challenge is about showing up for yourself, taking care of yourself. That puts you in a better place for everything, but it puts you in a better place to take care of others. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Let your head drop, maybe add a little bit of movement if that feels good to help you loosen up. A big breath in. And a full exhale. And from here, walk your hands back towards your feet. Strong core, feet at about hips width distance. Come on into your ragdoll. Grab your elbows or let your hands dangle. Maybe bring them to blocks. A little bend in your knees is nice. As you set your feet, soften your toes. Here again, maybe a little bit of movement front to back or side to side. Movement to loosen up, but also moving here, you can feel out your foundation. Check in with your foundation. And let it be intentional. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Letting you showing up for yourself. Letting that be intentional and part of your intention. One more big inhale. And a big exhale. Here, release your hands, walk your feet closer together or to touch, and rise to stand. Come all the way up. Reach your hands, lift your heart, a big inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Here, set your gaze. You can lower your gaze or close your eyes. Set an intention. Right? But again, feel this intention you're showing up for yourself. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And I said it the other day, it's not selfish. It's self-care. It's important. It's important for you, important for other people. It's important in your everyday life, not just here on your mat. Let's take a big breath in and a long breath out. On your inhale, sweep up, reach up, and lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Here, bring your hands to your mat and walk yourself out to your high push-up, high plank. You can have your knees lifted or lowered. Take a deep breath in. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up. And you might drop your knees here. A big breath in. Upward facing dog, your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog. We're out in your child's pose. Set your gaze to one point or close your eyes. Set your hands, your feet, your foundation. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale here. And as you exhale lightly, step or jump to the front. Set your feet together or apart, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Strong foundation. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push-up, chaturanga. A big breath in. Upward dog, your cobra or your low cobra. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Or out in your child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, flat back. Inhale, long spine. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up, reach up, lift up. Fold forward, exhale. Check in with your toes, soften your toes. Halfway lift, inhale. High push up to low push up as you exhale. Moving forward and halfway down or all the way down. Still moving forward. Upward facing dog, a big breath in. Back to your downward facing dog. A long inhale here. And a big exhale. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale lightly, walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Here, take your feet wide, outer edges of your mat. Come on down into your squat, your balasana. You can stay higher with your elbows on your legs. You can get low. Hands at your heart center, elbows on the insides of your knees. Maybe a little bit of movement side to side. That might help you ease into it. Easing into this, all of this, with breath, with intention. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And you are showing up for yourself. Puts you in a better place to show up for others. Sometimes, as we show up for ourselves, we get distracted. We wander off. Not a big deal. Ease back into it. Invite yourself back into it through your breath. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your mat. Start to lift your hips. Walk your feet closer together or to touch. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back, reach up, lift up. Hands high at your heart. Big bend in your knees. Take a big breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push up to low push up, exhale. Inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forward, warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Spin your back foot flat, rise up. You can reach your hands high, work with your hands at your heart. A little bit of space, right to left between your feet. Maybe you added a little space, front to back between your feet. Front foot is flat and straight, your knee tracks over your ankle. Back toes point a little bit forward. Here, take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands down to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. Move forward and down. Low push-up. Inhale. Upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Rise up, reach up. Set your feet. Soften your toes. Set your gaze or close your eyes, but then soften around that. Soften your face and your jaw. You can extend up through your arms, extend up through the crown of your head, but still find some softness in your fingers. Allow some softness in your whole approach here. Just the right amount of effort. I said that the other day. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Too much effort, and you find yourself unintentionally struggling. It's a challenge to show up for yourself. As we move through this challenge, we create a template that then hopefully makes it a little simpler as you move on through the rest of the year. Right here, right now, enjoying this pose, this practice, this breath. Take one more big inhale. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps again, warrior one. Back foot spins flat, root down, rise up. Exhale, hands come to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps forward, warrior one. Rise up. Exhale, hands come back to your mat. Chaturanga, low push-up. Elbows squeeze in. Upward dog, a big breath in. Downward dog or child's pose. Breathe out. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. Once more, deep inhale here. Exhale. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise to stand. Lift up. Fill up. Reach up. Fold forward. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Hands to your mat. High push-up to low push-up. Exhale. Inhale. Upward dog. Exhale. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Crescent lunge. Keep your back heel lifted. Rise up. Back heel, back knee lifted, or bring your back knee all the way down to the ground. You can feel it out. Front knee tracks over front ankle. Right foot is flat and straight. Here, extend your arms out to the sides, about shoulder height, palms face forward. Now twist to your right. Right hand reaches back. Left hand, left arm extends forward. Keep lifting through the back of your left knee, or bring it all the way down, and pull your right knee into your center line. Now you can stay here, or you can let your right hand reach back for your left leg. Your left arm goes up and back. Reverse twisting warrior. Your right hand doesn't have to make it to the leg. You can also bring it to your low back. Whatever variation works for you here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And on your next inhale, come around to your warrior two. Find your footing, adjust as needed. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. As you inhale, straighten your front leg, reach your hands up. And as you exhale, come on back to your warrior two, bend into your front knee. Inhale, straighten the front leg, hands reach high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Here, inhale, reach your hands up, straighten your front leg, pivot your toes to the side, bring your hands to your heart, and come on into your tree pose, left foot standing. Little push off with the right foot, maybe a couple of steps in. And then your right foot lands somewhere on the inside of your left leg. Might be that your right foot lands against your left ankle. Notice if you start to hang on with your toes. I notice that's what I do when I feel a little wobbly in tree pose. Notice if you hold your breath. That tends to be what we do when we get unsteady on our mat and in our life. Right knee towards the front edge of your mat. Your hips are square. Here you can keep your hands at your heart or reach them up overhead. Drishti helps a lot. Gaze to one point. Breath helps a lot. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Everything that we do here on our mat helps us a lot in our everyday life. Now, keep your tree pose, your legs, but bring your arms out parallel to the ground. Take a peek out over your right shoulder. Big step out to your warrior two. Land lightly. Straighten your right leg. Drop your hands. Once more, pivot your toes to the side. Feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Interlace your fingers at your low back, shoulder or strap. Towel or strap between your hands as your shoulders roll back and you lift your heart. Take a big inhale and then fold forward as you exhale. Letting your hands come up and over, soften your toes. Take a big breath in. Then a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. And you might have some room to come a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. Not so much that you feel like you're going to tip over. But feeling your balance, allowing yourself to be in balance here. Just the right amount of effort. And enjoy. Let it feel good to be in your body, to feel here. Everything that comes up. And use your breath. You can use your breath to meet everything that comes up. With some ease, strength and softness. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot your hands towards the back toes. Left toes point towards the back edge of your mat. You come into your runner's lunge. Plant your hands. Here, right foot steps to meet your left. Feet together apart, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand all the way up. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. High push up. Forward and down, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Here, your left foot steps forward. Crescent lunge. Stand the ball of your right foot. A little bit of space right to left between your feet. That helps a lot with stability. And checking in, feeling your feet, feeling your breath. Your left knee tracks over your right ankle. Your right knee, the back of your right knee is lifted, or you can bring it all the way down to your mat for a little more support. Extend your arms out to the sides, about shoulder height, palms face forward. Strong core, tall and upright in your upper body. Start to twist to your left. Your right hand comes forward, and your left hand back behind you. Keep lifting to the back of your right knee, drawing your left knee into your center line. And you can stay right here, or let your left hand reach back for the right leg as your right arm goes up and back. Again, maybe the left hand comes to your low back. Stay connected through your whole left foot. Stay connected with your breath. A big breath in. And a long breath out. And on your next inhale, come around to your warrior two. Back foot spins flat. Adjust your feet. Add in some space. Still feel steady, grounded, and supported. Now as you inhale, straighten that left leg. Reach your hands up. Exhale, come back to your warrior two. Bending into your left knee. Inhale, lengthen up. Lift. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, lift and lengthen, reach. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, hands reach up, left leg straightens. Bring your hands to your heart, pivot your left toes to the side. Now tree pose, right foot standing. Push off, step in, let your left foot land. Your right foot, feel your right foot is landed. Shoulders roll back. Lift your chest. Let your heart lift. And here again, whatever hand variation you like. If you extend your hands up, even with your hands to your heart, let your shoulders be soft. You can set your gaze, but soften around that. Notice if you're unintentionally hanging on somewhere in your body, if you're unintentionally hanging on to stuff in your head. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. The movement of your breath. Probably the best way. And then moving your body. Moving our bodies this way intentionally. Good way to clear stuff out. Here, staying in your tree pose, bring your arms to shoulder height. Take a look over your left shoulder. Big step out. Back to your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Pivot your toes to the side. And here again, you can interlace your fingers at your low back. If you like a different hand variation, add it in. A big breath in. And fold forward as you exhale. Hands come up and over. Little bit of a shoulder rinse, maybe a big shoulder rinse. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Feet are set, toes are soft. If you're in the forward fold, feel if you can let your head drop. Maybe a little bit of movement there, turning your head side to side, or gently shaking it, yes and no. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, release your hands. Come halfway up, walk your hands towards your right toes, pivot back around to the front. Step your left foot up to meet your right. Feet are set together apart, halfway lift. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand, lift up, reach up, fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale, hands to your mat, step back, high push up, move forward, halfway down or all the way down, no push up. A big breath in, upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Here, bring your knees to your mat, tuck your toes under, and sit back on your heels. So the only name I know for this pose is toes pose. And just check in with your toes. They're pointed forward. Sometimes your baby toe winds up pointed back behind you, so you can just check in there. You might be able to sit all the way down on your heels, right? You might be higher, maybe a block on your heels. You're sitting on that block. You can bring your hands to your heart. And you can even let your knees come a little more forward. That'll give you more sensation in your feet and in your toes. Not so much sensation that it's overwhelming. And this is either not a big deal, not a lot of sensation, or it's like, holy cow, those are my toes. These are your toes, right? So feel your toes, connect to your toes, and really bring some energy there. Bring some breath. A big breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. And if it's a lot of sensation, just ease off, right? Not a big deal. We make it a big deal in our heads. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. But it is always as simple as just easing off of it. Take one more deep breath in, and a long breath out. And from here, come on forward to your tabletop, untuck your toes. You can lightly tap the tops of your toes on your mat. And then come on back into your child's pose. Here, take a big breath in, and a long breath out. And from here, make your way into your downward dog. Set your foundation. Walk your feet together a little bit forward. Shorten your stance in your downward dog. Take your right leg up to the sky for your three-legged dog. You can drop the left knee if you prefer, with your right knee lifted. Bend the knee, down dog, hip opener. Knee goes up, foot goes to the left, and maybe you flip your dog. Take a breath, and come on into your half pigeon. Your right knee will come forward towards your right thumb. You can let your left leg walk back behind you, lengthen through your left leg. You might be able to adjust where you have your right foot, bring it to the left a little bit forward, and then even out your hips. You can set up the variation on your back if that is a better fit for you. Take a big breath in, and lengthen and fold. You can also add in a block under your right hip or your left hip, under your chest or your forehead. Absolutely. Add in, receive support. You can give yourself support. That's so much of what this practice is, giving yourself support, supporting yourself. But you can also accept, receive support from the ground beneath you, from a block, from other people. That often helps us with challenges, allows us to enjoy a challenge more rather than struggling through it. Hopefully you are enjoying this challenge. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale, and a big exhale. And take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. I hope you are enjoying this challenge. I know I am. I enjoy this practice, and I enjoy sharing it with others. I enjoy sharing it with you. So I'm glad you're here. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. And set your hands under your shoulders. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. You can stick in a tabletop, some cat-cows, even a flow if you like. Once you're in your downward dog, adjust your foundation. Walk your feet towards your hands, bring them together, and take your left leg up to the sky. Now you have the option to drop the right knee, so you come into this from more of a tabletop. Engage your core, left knee lifted. Bend the left knee for your down dog hip opener. If you want to flip your dog, you can flip your dog. Take a breath. Then come on to your half pigeon on this side. It can be, well, it's the same guidelines for setup as the other side, but those guidelines might not work, so you're feeling it out. Might be a little different on this side, a lot different, and doesn't necessarily have to be a comparison to the other side, just an acknowledgement of the difference, and then working with what's going on right here, right now. Using your breath, using this practice. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Using blocks. This connection as we practice together, all of it, for support. So when it is challenging, you can still feel grounded, supported, connected. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Hands under your shoulders, come up, sweep your back leg forward. Extend both feet forward. Hands forward, strong core. Lower back slowly for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Set your feet flat on your mat, about hips width distance, and come on up for your bridge. Lift your hips, arms and hands alongside, or fingers interlaced under your low back. If you want to come up for your wheel, your back bend, go for it. You can come up. If you want to come down for rest, go for it. Come down for rest. Wherever you are, you're here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. One more deep inhale. And as you exhale, come all the way down. Come onto your back. Soles of your feet together, knees to the sides for Supta Baddha Konasana. Really big breath in. And empty out. And from here, we'll move right into Shavasana. You can keep your legs, your feet as they are. Maybe take them up against the wall or extend them out. Find a comfortable place for your hands. Let your face soften. Especially your jaw. Let your jaw soften. Take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. And soften. Allow yourself to soften into where you are right here, right now. Everything you've done today, right? This challenge thus far. One more big breath in. And release. can. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe let your head roll side to side. Just bringing some gentle movement to your body. And once you're ready, draw your knees to your chest. You can roll to one side. Make your way to seated. Hands to your heart. Set your gaze. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Together, let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Drawing your thumbs to your forehead, to your third eye center. Together we say, Namaste. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for practice today. Thanks for joining me for this challenge. Wow, our challenge is almost over. Our January challenge. We're near the end. It's just the beginning. I'm so glad that you were here with me today. Leave a comment below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Most important, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and I'll see you on your mat tomorrow.